Alright guys, welcome back again. It's getting a little late in the day here. I've been recording the whole Colonial Era series pretty much all day, all night. It's been fun, man. It's been raining, it's been storming. We're just having fun. So we're pretty much wrapping up with Colonial Era. We've discussed pretty much everything. There's one thing left, and I'm gonna see how long the video takes here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna title it yet, but this is episode 12. So if you guys are still here, I appreciate it, man. I hope you enjoy the series. We're just in the Colonial Era. There's a lot to come.
Governor, the people have a request.
Just
But
like
for
this.
safety reasons, it is a secret request.
Sophia, well, Sophia interrupts me. We can go ahead and do the chapel just to get, the reason why is I'm going to go ahead and take 10 more immigrants. And it wouldn't hurt to have another chapel. I can put it like kind of out here. Even on the corner might be nice. Like, how about right there? I think that'd actually look really good on the corner. So right there. The chapel will be there. That's fine. That'll make Sophia happy, because what I want to talk about today, and this might be the title of the whole video, is edicts. It's one thing I haven't really touched on, and we can go across all this in the line here, and there's really not a whole lot left. But edicts, I haven't touched on this. So, what have we got in terms of edicts? Now, some of these we do have to research, and I did touch on them with the research category right here. But we still have some left. There are 4 available right now. There is food for the people. And this one, citizens consume, I mean, I'm not going to read everything for you. You can read it right here. Basically, the idea, increases food quality by 10, decreases capitalist, increases communist. This one's actually not a bad thing to do, as long as you have enough food. I mean, as long as you have enough food, it increases food quality by 10. It's really not that bad, unless you're just going full-on capitalism. This one's not a bad one to do at all. No free lunch, kind of the opposite of this. You can see the communist capitalist rivalry right here. Citizens need to pay $1 when they take food from production or industry buildings. So citizens will have to pay $1 every time they come here to eat food from the banana plantation. They'll have to pay. Grocery, they have to pay regardless because of the location. It's fee income $6 right here. You see that. So grocery doesn't really matter. It's more on the actual, they just walk to the crop, or we could have some industry with some additional food resources. So that was not a bad one. I mean, it's just, if you're wanting to work with capitalism, I mean, you see how it decreases religious standing as well, not just communist. Mandatory siesta increases job quality, but it does increase it decreases efficiency. So, and it does decrease pollution. So it's kind of a mix and match situation there. If you value higher job quality over efficiency, then maybe, because it also decreases pollution. Good one if you want to please. I mean, you think about environmentalists. I don't know if it actually pleases them. There's a whole. We can get on this. I can pull up a web page to look at exactly what the edicts do. It's really cool. And then urban development, we did touch over this one. Just decreases cost of residential buildings by 50%. And we might do that later on. Wasn't really a whole need for it now. And if we look at housing, we still got a few homeless. I remember I demolished one of the homes, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I could build a couple more along this stretch, and I may go ahead and do that. But for right now, I think I'm just going to wait just a little bit. I'd rather just go ahead and see if we can get up to 100,000, maybe 115 in cash. So let's go ahead and hit play. There's really, I mean, this may not be too long of a video. There's just a couple things I wanted to look at. And let's go to the Almanac. So here's our overview. I mean, this is just, you click on the Almanac, you go to the overview, you can see the relations. We just have the crown right now. Our faction standing is good with revolutionaries. No rebel threat, which is good. Healthcare is bad. Balance last 12 months has gone up. That's good. We do have homeless, 42 citizens. That's citizens, not families. So we can build, I think we had, what, 20-something homeless. Unemployed, there are 13 unemployed. So we do have a little bit of unemployment. We could build some more jobs. We could build some logging and some planks for lumber mill. Food, look at food is up to 53. Now we could issue that edict and make it 63. That would be something good to do. We may look at that in the World War era. Happiness is really, again, like I said, food is really the only one you can control. Housing, maybe, but nothing really with those bunkhouses unless we build a bunch of mansions, which we could throw in some mansions. I don't know if we have anyone rich on the island. Let's check. And this, we can go through all of this. You can see growth has been great, but we are dealing with some bad healthcare deaths as well. You can see we do have some unemployed. I mean, we do have a few vacant open jobs. But a lot of unemployed. We have some educated people unemployed, which is good. You need unemployment heading into the World War era. It does never hurts to have a little bit of that. So I don't think we're going to worry about creating any more jobs at the moment. Education, you can see here, we do have some high school and college educated. That is good. We do have we have one rich person. So building a mansion. This is why I didn't build a mansion, guys. If we go here to mansions, well, first of all, we have to unlock it, and it's high quality residential building for 2 households. Well, we go back to the Almanac here, and we only have one person on the whole island that's rich. So only one person could afford to live in that mansion. It's just not worth it yet. We do have one criminal. We do have one criminal. Irina, what are you doing? So we could build a dungeon, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's just let the economy go. I'm not gonna make this too long a video. We're just kind of touching up on a few things. We've pretty much hit everything, I do believe. We are working on our raid for the Stonehenge. That'll probably transition into the World War era. One thing we can check, we can go ahead and look at the dock here. Let's see how much we actually have coming out. We've got almost 20,000 coming out. That's pretty good. And a lot of that is from rum. Now we do have over 20,000. A lot of that is rum, but you see we are getting some banana. We're getting some milk, and you can see a lot of values at 500, which is good, which means our Teamsters are carrying things at full capacity. Meat's at 1,000, rum is at 15,000, or 1,500, I mean. Coconut at 1,000. So Teamsters are carrying goods at full capacity. That's good to see. Let's check this guy right here. You see here, corn, full capacity. That's what you want to see with Teamsters. You don't want to see them carrying barely anything.
More, always more.
And here we go. I guess I should have clicked on that before the freighter came through. But this is just fulfill trade route. Again, you gotta watch these. This could be. We can do anything. We can do import or export. So let's look at that. We don't have any. Goodness, we don't have many exports. So let's look at what we have. Here's an iron, logs. We can take any of these. Wool. So let's look at hides. So I don't want to do hides. The reason why? 2,250 units. That's going to take 3 shipments. That's going to take 3 entire shipments. That's going to be way too long. So let's just do 1 shipment of iron. It's 625. The max we can do is 1,000. So let's take that, and in about 5 months that'll come through. We built the chapel.
Viva la revolution!
We'll take the immigrants, and you know what? I'll leave the chapel for now. We'll also crank this on help first, preach later, just to go a little more with healthcare. So now we're pretty much just hanging out, guys. We're up to 75K. It'll take a few more shipments, and we should get cranking up to near 100K. And I'd like to get to 115 before I jump into World War Era, and that'll start a whole new series. There's just a lot to talk about as soon as you get to World War Era. One thing we can look at is I love this little this waterfall here. Just kind of runs right in between. We'll be able to build a tunnel through here. There's another little waterfall, 3 of them along here. I just think this is such a unique and pretty island. I mean, I love this map. So we're gonna have some fun with it. How about research? How are we doing on research? Do we have anything that is worth unlocking? I think I may hold on to my knowledge and use it to unlock the Constitution. That's gonna be World War Era. I'm not sure how. I'm gonna have to come up with a game plan on how I want to make those episodes. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Everything's looking pretty good here. So there's really not a whole lot left to talk about, guys. I mean, we're doing well. Population is good. We can go back to the Almanac here. We can look at economy. You can actually look at the revenue coming in and out. It's a little inconsistent because it kind of depends on what you're doing. You can see we barely had any construction. We've got some money from crime being taken away. That's not good. Someone did establish a police force. We can look at resource overview, and you can go through all this. This is actually, I think this is a new one, honestly. I don't remember this being in here, if we're being honest. So this is actually a good way to you can actually look at all this and see what you got. So storing, we got 500 in the dock. We got producing, we got 1,300 there. We do have some processing in the grocery. So this is a good way to just go through. If you don't want to click on each individual plantation, we can look at sugar and kind of see what's going on here. We can turn it down to 6 months, and you can see we've got producing, but this is gonna, I mean, it's kind of hard to see. There's a lot of data here. I mean, you can break it down however you want, but sometimes when you're starting on Colonial Era, it's just easier to look and see what you got. And right now it looks like we're doing pretty well, and honestly we could even crank this up to 4 because we're actually producing quite a bit. I mean, we're actually we're not even producing enough, honestly. That's what I meant to say. So we really don't need any more Teamsters. We're doing fine. Rum is good. You can see we have plenty of storage of rum, so we need to get that transported out. But sugar is good, man. We don't need any more. We need to be producing more sugar or hauling less because we're not hitting anywhere near 500. Let's look at this. Let's see what this might not even make it. So we're actually kind of right on the border of where we need to be. That's not even going to hit 500 capacity. So that goes back to the logistics episode. But anyway, this one's going to be. I don't want to make this one too long, so I think what I'm going to do is just kind of cruise on from here. Nothing too dramatic. I don't think is going to happen. We got 16,000 coming in. We just need more rum. We need that rum coming out. There's 474 meat. This one's 500 coconut. That'll probably get it up near 20,000 again. Let's see what it does. If we even get it. 18. Almost 19. So yeah, 19,000 in there. That's going to bring us up to above 85k. And we should get the trade route here. Perfect. We're going to extend the mandate just so we'll be safe.
Say I'm glad.
Yes, we'll go ahead and do that. And guys, I think this might be a wrap for the end of the Colonial Era. Let's go back to the Almanac one more time. We were looking for, politics, we kind of discussed this, not really a whole lot going on there. Foreign relations, just the crown, that's it. We don't really need to do anything with that. You can look at all your buildings if you want, just to get an idea of what you have. You can break this down by each plantation. You can see we should have 4 sugar, 1 corn, 1 banana, 1 pineapple. We do have 2 cattle ranches, 1 sheep, and you can break this down however you want, all the bunkhouses, and just, should be able to center the camera, which, you can do all that. Conflicts, we don't have any rebels right now. We'll probably get into that soon. But anyway, guys, I think this is going to be a wrap for I guess it could be season 1. It's the Colonial Era. It is I think we're on episode 12, and I think this is going to be it. So we'll be jumping in to the new task to declare independence. Once we get to about 115k, you'll see me get there, and then, guys, we'll progress to World Wars. I might take a little bit of a break here just to see how this is going on YouTube and just to see if we get any feedback or anything at all. But anyway, if you're watching this, if you watched all the way through, just let me know. Should give me a comment, give me a shout out, or I'll give you a shout out. So subscribe to your channel if you have one. And anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll get back into this. We'll let this run till we get into the World War era. We'll stop it before we get into the World War era, and we'll pick up right from then, guys. Peace.